friends, Mrs. Taima here, and I am going to read to you That Book Woman. Now, you should have already listened to a video of Miss Spears introducing it and talking about the back of the book where you wrote down your wonder and inserted that into a Padlet. So now we are going to read the book. And as you're reading the book, I want you to pause wherever you need to because you are going to write down your own notices and wonders from the book. I'm going to insert a picture on this slide of how you can set up your notebook to write down your notices and wonders. All right, let's get started. So That Book Woman was written by Heather Henson, and so that means she's the author. And then David Small is the illustrator. It means he drew or painted the pictures. All right, you ready? I'm excited to read this book. Sorry, my chair's creaky. Okay, let's get this where you can see it. It's always a trick from Mrs. Taima. I get backwards. Let's try it this way. I think this might work better. All right. Why isn't it straight? Yay, I got it. All right. My name is Cal, and I am not the first one nor the least one neither. But I am the oldest boy, and I can help Pap with the plowing, and I can fetch the sheep when they take a wonder. And I can bring the cow home too, come evening time, which is a right handy, seeing as how my sister Lark would keep her nose a twist the pages of a book, daybreak to dusky dark, if Mama would allow. The readiness, child. I wonder what that word, I've never heard that word before, and I wanted to double check. That's a wonder I would have. The readiness child you ever did see. That's what Pap says. I wonder what that word means. Not me. I was not born to sit so stony still, a-staring at some chicken scratch, and I do not fancy it one bit when Lark plays teacher, the onlyest school a jillion miles back down the creek, and even Lark can hardly spread her wings and fly. So now she aims to school us herself, but me, I am no scholar boy. That's why I am the first to hear the clippity-clop and spy the sorrel mare, red as clay. I am the first to know the rider is no man at all, but a lady wearing breeches for all the world to see. Course we make that stranger kindly welcome, and she's friendly as can be. And after sips of sassy tea, she lays her saddlebag upon the table, and what spills out might just as well be gold. The way Lark's eyes shine penny bright, the way her hands they won't keep still, reaching out to grab a treasure. I wonder what is in that bag that Lark thinks is a treasure. Now what that lady brings, it's sure no treasure, not to me, but books. Would you believe? A passel of books she's packed clear up the mountainside. A hard day's ride and all for naught, I reckon. For if she aims to sell her wares just like the tinker man who travels round with pots and pans and such, it's but a plain and simple fact. We have no greenbacks here, no shiny coins to spend, leastways not on dumb old books. I notice that he is not a fan of reading. Well, Pap, he takes one look at Lark and clears his throat. A trade, he says, a poke of berries for one book. My hands double fist behind my back. I yearn to speak, but daren't. It is the very poke I pickled for pie, not books. Don't forget, as you're listening to the book, if you hear something that you notice or you wonder, to write it down in your notebook. To my surprise, that lady shakes her head real firm. She will not take a poke of berries, nor a mess of greens, nor anything Pap names to trade. These books are as free as air. Not only that, why, 2 weeks to the day, she'll come again to swap these books for more. Wow, I bet Lark is so excited. Now, me, I do not care one hoot for what that bookwoman has carried round, and it would not bother me at all if she forgot the way back to our door. But here she'll come right through the rain and fog and cold. The horse of hers must, so sorry, that horse of hers sure must be brave, I reckon. Comes on a time the world turns white at Grandpap's beard, as Grandpap's beard. The wind it shrieks like bobcats do deep inside the dark of night. So here we sit tucked round the fire, no thought to howdy do's this day. Why, even critters of the wild will keep a hid come snow like this. But sakes alive, we hear a tap, tap, tap upon the window glass, and there she be, wrapped tip to toe. She makes her trade right through the crack to keep us folks from catching cold. And when Pap bids her stay the night, she only shakes her head. My horse will see me home, she says. I notice that the librarian, the person that's bringing the books up the mountainside, is very brave. I stand a spell to watch that bookwoman disappear, and thoughts they go a swirling round inside my head, just like the whirly flakes outside our door. It's not the horse alone that's brave, I reckon, but the rider too. Oh, he agrees with us. And all at once I yearn to know what makes that bookwoman risk catching cold or worse. I pick a book with words and pictures too, and hold it out. Teach me what it says. And Lark, she does not laugh or even tease, but makes a place and quiet like we start to read. I noticed that the boy did not know how to read, and so he's asking his sister for help. So he might be getting interested in books now. Pap says it's written in the signs how long or short the winter stays. This year, the signs they all foretold of deepest snow, of cold eternal. And even though most days were tight as toes, pinched into boughten shoes, I do not mind. A puzzlement, I know, but true. It's nigh on spring before that bookwoman can stop to visit a spell, and Mama makes a gift, the only precious thing she can, her recipe for berry pie, which is the best grub earthly. Not much I know for all your trouble, Mama says, and then her voice goes low with pride, and for making two readers out of one. I notice he's hiding behind the door right here. I duck my head and wait until the very last to speak my mind. Wish there was something I could gift you too. That bookwoman turns to look at me with big dark eyes. Come here, Cal, she says real gentle, and I come close. Read me something. I open up the book I'm holding, a new one brought this very day. Just chicken scratch I used to figure, but now I see what's truly there, and I read a little out. That's gift enough, she says, and smiles so big it makes me smile right back. It's a gift to her to hear him read. And then there, at the end of the book, the brothers and sister, Cal and Lark, are reading a book together. Oh my, I hope you loved this book as much as I did because I think that was a really good book. All right. And I hope you were writing down your notices and wonders because on the next slide, you're going to insert a picture of your notebook where you wrote down your notices and wonders so that we can see your thinking. Have a great day.